If you're a speaker, author, coach, consultant who wants to learn how to develop your own seminar,
Videos that will make you master speaking and grow your personal brand.
which has been my background for over 3 decades, listen in to this video because we're going to cover how you can create your own. Creating a successful seminar is no easy feat. This can also be virtual versus live. But there are some things that you can do in 60 days. Oh, you wonder, is it too late for me? No, there's still hope, and you can make your own way with these steps. These are things that I've been able to do by creating over 2,000 seminars in my almost 4 decades career. The following blog post, we'll cover this, because there was a written portion to this and some tips that how you can use this effectively to get a seminar created within 60 days. Number 1, develop a seminar title. Develop a seminar title by selecting the most appropriate name for your course or your deliverable. What is it that people are going to take away? What will benefit them by attending your seminar or workshop? What is it that you're going to deliver? And what will attract the most number of attendees? Because seminars, that is a tough business, a lucrative one, a very fulfilling business. After you develop this seminar title, conduct market research to see what names are being used in seminars like yours. Look at your competition. That's called an analysis. There's nothing wrong with snooping, seeing what's working. You can do this through LinkedIn. They have these seminars that are online, will give you a good idea of what catchy titles are working. And add the keywords how to or the ultimate guide to. Ultimate guide to or how to. Those two seem to work for generations, and that's not going to change next week or years down the road. People want to know how to create the perfect webinar, how to create the perfect online event, the ultimate guide, the roadmap to. These are tried and true techniques to set up successful seminars. Conduct this market research. Develop this seminar title and how to develop social media strategy for an upcoming event. You want attendees to remember post-event marketing campaign ideas that were discussed in the presentation. Then social media strategy for a successful post-event. Marketing campaigns would be a great title. This name also includes words like social media and marketing campaigns. Do your research. Understand that the best way to generate new names without being too close or near your competitor's product name is by using free tools online. For example, NameBrain, typing in your industry plus phrases such as best titles, how can I come up with good names, or what are some catchy titles, will lead you right to this exercise. Now we're also in the times of AI, artificial intelligence. You can use popular programs that I use daily called ChatGPT in the OpenAI platform and search the best seminar titles for your category. And you feed into this. That is a detailed, more involved question, but I would use an AI tool to help also for ideas. The other thing that's important for the live seminar, live event, is finding an appropriate location for the seminar. This matters a lot because your audience will value you and value the seminar based on where you're showcasing your experts, whether it's you or a group of experts that are part of your seminar. Find a location where students and faculty will feel comfortable. And the seminar is something that must make them feel comfortable before the doors open. Find good lighting and allowing people to get introduced to themselves very easily. I can't tell you how important this is, because if you go into a place that is dimly lit, isn't nice, doesn't feel comfortable, you're going to be out of business before you know it. An example, I'm going to go back 9 years. I was an invited speaker in London, where I flew from Manila all the way to London. I was living in Manila at the time and attended this event at the O2 Arena. Now, if any of you know about that arena, it holds 40,000 people. I shared the stage with some notable people called Bill Clinton, former President of the United States, Sir Richard Branson, Lord Sugar, and the list goes on. There were about 40 speakers in total that were at this event. Huge venue, fantastic location, great credibility, sharing the stage with these internationally known people. But the venue itself was below freezing. I had left warm Manila, ended up in London, froze my buttocks off. I don't even know if it's attached to my body anymore. It was so cold there. It was freezing. They turned off the heat. Everybody was freezing and shivering. So the location failed. It failed because all the attendees, plus the speakers like myself, we were freezing. We all lost our buttocks, so we could never sit down again. Ha ha. It was so cold. So you've got to make sure you do a spot check, pre-check, check entirely all those elements before you put your money down and deposit. Make sure you evaluate the local hotels so people can attend. Are there enough spaces to house all the people? If it's a multi-day event, they've got to stay in a hotel. If it's a one-day event, maybe they fly in, fly out, possibly. Make sure that there are usually enough hotel rooms to accommodate the addition of your people. Make sure that there aren't other events running at the same time in the city of your choosing that will swallow all the available hotel rooms. You've also found this appropriate location. Once you've found the place that looks good, it's time to reserve it. You can call or email and see if they have the space available on your seminar date or dates. This is simple if you are only reserving one room, but you may need more if your event requires breakout rooms. Check and see if it's peak time for that particular venue. Send invitations to potential attendees. Invite people with a personal message. You may want to include information about the seminar in your invitation, such as when and where it will take place, how much space they'll need for parking or accessibility related accommodations. Do they need to take an airport taxi? Does the hotel supply airport transport? All these things matter a lot. I recently ran an event in Kuala Lumpur, as in the date of this shooting of this particular video. It was last month. And my promoter in Kuala Lumpur failed to tell me in Malaysia the second day of the event was Father's Day. Oh my word. Now, you may think, well, if it's valuable enough, they'll attend. Here's what happened. On day 2, many of the people cut out early. That affected my sales because selling at the end of the event is the normal time to sell the next event or sell upselling services. I missed out on all those people because I didn't know until the next day that it was Father's Day in Malaysia. They didn't tell me. So I had most of the men who were older, the ones with the money, the capacity to pay, left and said, Mitch, thank you very much. Got a ton of value. We'll have to catch up later. Do you think I sold better or worse with the money people leaving early? Make sure you check the holiday schedules as well. I learned this one, relearned this one after umpteen years doing this. Local cultures are different than your culture, possibly, potentially check these things out. And make sure you gather their contact information so you can follow up with them. And the next step is to ensure that you're covering all your bases as you've planned out things, go in detail from beginning to end. Make sure that a local holiday is not taking place, just like I mentioned. Learn from my mistake. Create a schedule of presentations, including topics and speakers. It's called an agenda. A seminar is a series of lectures that each typically last around 30 to 60 minutes. If you've ever been in an audience of one, you know how excruciatingly long it can feel to wait for your turn in between presentations or the one that you're interested in. Now, creating a schedule of presentations includes the topic and speakers. Personally, I find this time spent waiting is awkward and unpleasant. When I develop my own seminars or attending as an attendee, I do everything in my power that there's no wasted time. So before anything else, before choosing topics of speakers and your venue, you need to plan out how much content will be covered during each session. Allow for a slight buffer in changeover, possibly computers, and make sure that it seems or appears to be seamless, where the transition is minimal. How do you check that? When you know people aren't plugging into their cell phones and texting away. You want it to be seamless. Make sure you have a good MC that takes the one speaker out and brings in the new one, so you eliminate any gaps or lulls. Who in your organization has the right skills to speak on a given topic? What are their speaking styles? Like, do they have an energetic or reserved delivery style? As an example, make sure you mix it up so you have a nice blend of speakers. What do I want them to say when asked how my event was in their eyes? When you are evaluated, when you ask them for testimonials, should they position themselves, and what would you hope attendees will take away from the day that you spend together? This is the goal. Are they buying your next level of services? How much time is available for this speaker in each session slot? Make sure you're specific and you give the speaker enough time. Let's just say a little bit of a buffer. If you're having multiple speakers, which is where most people end up, is not just having one speaker the whole day. If you have someone else, will there be enough time allotted so that all of the content can be covered? Have you gone through a rough practice session to make sure that someone doesn't go over? Because that can cut into another speaker's time and create, let's say, an uncomfortable situation. What topics might make sense together? Are you going to have in your morning session, is it all related to a specific category of topics? Then the late morning session is another, after lunch is another, and then the closing towards the day. Because if you have it all mixed up, it might confuse people. So if someone is talking, for example, if you're creating a social media conference, are your LinkedIn, if you have two LinkedIn speakers, are they in the morning on the first day? And then right before lunch, you have Twitter speakers. Right after lunch, you might have two speakers on YouTube. And then late day, you might have short form YouTube speakers known as YouTube Shorts, and then a TikTok speaker. So it's broken up into categories. Might be a smart way to schedule your presentations so your attendees benefit the most and they feel that they're taking away value. Because if someone is not interested in short form, you don't want to tease them to attend when it's not covering what they want to experience. Okay, how much time should we allow for breakout sessions? For example, if you have a full day session or a keynote presentation, and then after lunch you have breakouts based on someone that wants a deeper understanding of the latest trends with TikTok and YouTube Shorts, give that time for those people. Some may be only interested in Twitter. Now that Musk is in charge, what's he going to do? You might have a Twitter speaker, someone that is an expert in the latest changes since Elon Musk purchased the platform. And then you might have somebody come in to talk about Threads, which is the latest competitor, which is part of the Facebook platform. Or should I say what their proper corporate name is. And that is something you need to plan based on expertise. What other attention needs to be covered in these topics that might require a presenter to fulfill them during their presentation? Does someone need an agenda with visuals? Another speaker may need help with handouts. Do you have staff that can handle these tasks? Plan this in advance so you accommodate the speaker so it doesn't look like you're disorganized. When does the speaker's availability start? And when is it available? Is it after lunch? Is it during my event? Are they there throughout the duration? Will they be there to answer questions? Sometimes speakers come in and leave. They present for their hour slot, 30-minute slot, 90-minute slot, and then they leave. Or are they available for questions? Understand these details before you hire a speaker. Now, registration and payment options, a biggie. Do you want to get paid? I think so. The registration link on the website of your event or your organization needs to be tested. Go through dry runs based on different IP addresses, accepting payments online with a credit card, PayPal account, Stripe, Google Wallet, other services that might be available. Test each one. There's nothing worse than this crashing or not connecting. This has happened to me more than once, where the web designer or person set up and said, oh yeah, everything's working. Did you test it? No, sir, but I know it works. Oh, really? Then I go to test it, broken link. They can't pay, they can't sign up. What's the likelihood of getting that person to come back after they found a broken link? What do you think that does to your perceived value in the marketplace? Raise it or lower it? I most certainly would believe that it'll lower it. Check things out, be as thorough as possible. Create all your marketing materials, such as flyers and posters, in advance. Offer a design service you're able to do. You know, if you have a design service, Google has to be able to see what you're putting together. And check content, check spelling, make sure everything works properly. Create a banner that represent and are congruent with the thrust of the seminar in its entirety, your workshop, your massive event. Design a website for your event if you plan on having an online store with merchandise available during or after the event. Include information about pricing, how long before the event ordering is necessary, background and who you are as an instructor. Have speaker bios for everyone that's speaking with their photo. If you have a short form video, a clip to show maybe their YouTube channel, or Vimeo to give a clip of them introducing themselves to the audience, and a warm smile, that will create a great impression on prospective buyers, attendees that are your bread and butter. And if you have all these speakers participating fully with their smiling face, not a gloomy one, someone that doesn't have a nasty disposition or reputation. Smiles sell tickets. Smiles sell tickets. And this is about making money. Cover all of these details. You will have a successful event. Give yourselves at least 60 days, but if you do all of this quickly, completely. Oh, and one side note, there's something called Eventbrite. If you're selling a low cost seminar or workshop, it can be an addition. I don't recommend it as the primary. If you're doing anything of mid-level to high level, putting your seminar into an Eventbrite is brand damaging. However, if you're testing a new product or service and it's a short seminar that you're just seeing if there's enough traction, Eventbrite could be an option. It is a turnkey templated program that does allow you to get free traffic. They sell traffic for you as well. You can pay a small amount. Yet if you're putting on a multi-day high-end event, avoid Eventbrite. Don't use it. It is great to just check a new product, and it could be used for a, let's just say a half-day event. I recommend strongly to create your own landing page in a custom program like Go High Level, ClickFunnels, all these different programs. That's a different topic. In the link below, I will include links of programs that you can use in order to complete the marketing component, all of the invites, the timed schedules in the email campaigns, once they register, what they're going to get in the description area below. This will help you in creating a successful seminar, workshop, or multi-day event. We'll see you in the next video.